السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. هذا الجزء الثاني من المحاضرة الرابعة مادة محادثة 2 with teacher Ahmed Swedan. Okay, so we were talking about how to make suggestions and how to accept them, or how to talk about foods and talk about food and meals, the starters, the main course, and desserts. So anyway, now we will listen to Rachel. Rachel tells you about her meal. يعني حتخبركم ريتشل على الوجبة بتاعتها. Listen and correct 6 mistakes below. يعني استمع وصحح الأخطاء الستة في الأسفل. طبعا الجملة أو الباراجراف هذا فيه 6 أخطاء. The first one is corrected for you. يعني أول واحدة يعني تم تصحيحها. خلونا نشوفه نقرأ. I went to the Khmer cafe for dinner on Friday. For a starter, I had shrimp soup. There was a taste of coconut and lime. It was quite sweet. Then for a main course, I had vegetable stir fry. It's made with pineapple and tomatoes. This dish was very mild. For a dessert, I had fried bananas and honey. It was okay. توا خلونا نسمعوا ونشوفوا شنو الأخطاء باش نصححوهم.
Recording 32.
I went to the Khmer cafe for dinner on Friday. For a starter, I had shrimp soup. There was a taste of coconut and lime. It was quite salty. Then, for a main course, I had beef stir-fry. It's made with pineapple and tomatoes. This dish was very spicy. For a dessert, I had fried bananas and ice cream. It was delicious.
Okay, so here are the 6 mistakes and their corrections. So there was a taste of coconut and lime. كان في الشريمب سوب فيها مذاق الكوكونات اللي هو جوز الهند and lime والليمون. It was quite salty وليس sweet يعني حلو و salty يعني مالح. Then for a main course I had vegetable stir fry. It's not vegetables but beef يعني لحم البقر. It's made with pineapple and tomatoes. This dish was very mild يعني متوسط. ما هوش حار وما هوش يعني معناها خفيف، لكن هذه غلط، إنما هي spicy يعني حار شوية. For a dessert I had fried bananas and honey يعني عسل، لكن هنا هي ما هيش honey إنما هي ice cream. It was okay يعني كان مذاقه يعني عادي، ما هوش يعني كويس وما هوش ما يصلحش، لكن هي الأصح كان it was delicious يعني حلو المذاق. Okay, moving on now to speaking strategy. Telling people what you ate. يعني كيف تخبر الناس عن ماذا أكلت. For each dish they ate, Neil and Rachel talk about 4 things. يعني لما بيتكلموا على الوجبات اللي كلوهن فيه 4 حاجات يذكروا فيهن أو ذكروهن الزوز نيل and Rachel. What are they؟ أول حاجة the ingredients يعني المكونات متاع الطبق. شني يعني من ماذا مصنوع الطبق. their opinion يعني رأيهم هم في الطبق. if the dish was a starter, a main course or a dessert. إذا كان الطبق يعني مقبلات نوع الطبق يعني، أو كان يعني وجبة رئيسية، أو كان تحية يعني a dessert في نهاية الوجبة. the name of the dish يعني اسم الطبق، اسم الوجبة يعني. اوكي، فخلونا نشوفوا وين 4 حاجات اللي هنا ingredients اللي هي المكونات، والopinion رأيك في الطعام، نوع الوجبة واسم الوجبة. What order does Neil say these things؟ يعني احنا لو نتذكروا كيف كان ترتيب الحاجات هذين الأربعة. كيف قال نيل؟ هل قال the ingredients first بعدين his opinion ولا كيف بالضبط؟ وكيف كان الترتيب متاع ريتشل؟ خلونا نسمع مرة تانية ونشوفوا ترتيب كل واحدة.
31.
I went to the Khmer Cafe for dinner last Friday night, and the food was great. For a starter, I had mushroom soup. It was very simple, but full of flavour. There was a taste of lime leaves and lemongrass together with mushrooms. Then for a main, I had a chicken curry parcel. The Cambodian name is Amok Moan. At the restaurant, they used cabbage leaves to wrap up the chicken, but in Cambodia, they usually use banana leaves. This dish was full of flavours and was delicious. It's made with lemongrass, curry, ginger, as well as a little bit of fish sauce. This is all mixed together with coconut milk, and the chicken is cooked in this mixture, then wrapped in the cabbage leaves to make the parcels. The waitress told me that they then steam the parcels for about an hour, then serve with rice.
Recording 32.
I went to the Khmer Cafe for dinner on Friday. For a starter, I had shrimp soup. There was a taste of coconut and lime. It was quite salty. Then, for a main course, I had beef stir-fry. It's made with pineapple and tomatoes. This dish was very spicy. For a dessert, I had fried bananas and ice cream. It was delicious.
إذن زي ما سمعنا كان هذا الترتيب لنيل and Rachel. The ingredients, the opinion, the dish, if the dish was a starter or main course or a dessert, and the name of the dish. Okay, let's move on to the next slide now. Okay, now speaking strategy, telling people what you ate. يعني كيف تخبر الناس بما أكلت أنت. تقدر يعني تتكلم. For a starter, I had such and such. يعني كمقبلات, I had like I don't know, curry or salad or something. And for a main course, I had such and such. And for dessert, I had such and such, pineapple or apple pie or whatever. So you can categorize your meals like this. So a starter, a main course, and a dessert. And you can also talk about their flavor, if they were spicy, mild, if they were good or bad, if it was okay, if it was delicious, if you liked it or not. You can mention the name of the dish, if it was like pineapple dish or apple pie or whatever the name of the dish is. So you mention the name of the dish and your opinion, the ingredient of the dish, what's it made of, يعني مما مصنوع الطبق, وبعدين تقول رأيك فيه. Okay. Speaking strategy, telling people what you ate. Think about the last time you went to a restaurant. يعني فكر في آخر مرة مشيت لمطعم. Okay, listen and answer these questions. استمع وأجب على هذه الأسئلة. شنو هي الأسئلة؟ When did you last go to a restaurant؟ يعني متى آخر مرة كانت أو متى آخر مرة ذهبت إلى مطعم؟ What type of restaurant was it؟ يعني شنو كان نوع المطعم؟ Thai restaurant, Indian restaurant, Italian restaurant, okay, Libyan restaurants for that matter. Did you have a starter? هل أخذت مقبلات؟ and what was it؟ يعني ما كان شنو هي المقبلات كانت؟ Did you have a dessert؟ أخذت يعني تحلية في الأخير. and what was it؟ what did you eat for the main course عشان كانت الوجبة الرئيسية. what's it made with يعني مما كانت مصنوعة. did you enjoy it يعني هل استمتعت بها أو لا.
Recording 33. A.
When did you last go to a restaurant?
B.
What type of restaurant was it?
C.
Did you have a starter? What was it?
D.
Did you have a dessert? What was it?
E.
What did you eat for the main course?
F.
What's it made with?
G.
Did you enjoy it?
Okay, so after listening to these questions, you can answer them by the strategy we had, talking about the ingredients, whether it was a main or a starter, a main course or a starter or a dessert, and your opinion of it. Okay, moving on now. Did you know that in British English and American English are sometimes different? Because in American English they call it appetizer يعني المقبلات، بينما في ال British English it's called starter يعني المقبلات. في ال British English it's called the main course, but in American English it's called entree, the main entree. In British English it's called bill, but in American English it's called the check. bill اللي هي الفاتورة، والcheck اللي هو الشيك. فهنا it's a bit different، لكن it's not very difficult to understand. Okay, now speaking strategy, asking about dishes on a menu. يعني imagine that you are in a restaurant and you were given a menu. So there are some items on the menu that you don't know and you want to ask about them. Like this menu, we have vegetable soup, Waldorf salad, steak, spaghetti carbonara, Mexican chicken, fruit salad, and summer fruit pudding. So there are some items I don't know, and I want to ask about these meals. So you can use the expressions in bold to ask someone to explain something on the menu. يعني نقدر نستعمل التعابير هذه. Excuse me, what's a Caesar salad? What is a Caesar salad? What is أي حاجة مثلا ما عرفتهاش. What is a vegetable soup? What is a Waldorf salad? Okay. والله what's in the what's in the يعني أنت تبي تسأل على ingredients المكونات. What's in the Mexican chicken? What's in the summer fruits pudding? What's in the Waldorf salad? Okay, you name it. Or can you tell me what the مسافة is, please? Can you tell me what the vegetable soup is? Can you tell me what the Waldorf salad is, please? Can you tell me what the spaghetti carbonara is, please? Can you tell me what the Mexican chicken is, please? Can you tell me what the fruit salad is, please? Can you tell me what the summer fruits pudding is, please? Okay, so whenever you encounter a menu item that you don't know, you can use these expressions to ask about them. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. Okay, now describing food. Listen, what adjectives does each person use to describe their food? Okay, هنسمع لي 4 أشخاص يتكلموا على 4 أطباق. Okay, what adjectives do they use?
Recording 19. A.
It's excellent.
This meat's very tender, and these carrots and peas are really tasty.
B.
Well, it's not very good, I'm afraid. It's a bit too salty. I can't really taste the tomato.
C.
The chicken's a bit too spicy for me. I like hot food, but this is too hot. The rice is good, though. Waiter, can I have a glass of water, please?
D.
It's delicious, and the fruit's all really fresh. The pineapple's a bit too sweet for me, though.
إذن the 4 dishes, the first one is excellent يعني ممتاز. الميت was tender يعني سهل القطع بالسكين، فماهوش يعني ماهوش صعب التقطيع، وتيستي يعني طعمه كويس. ال second one not very good يعني ليس كويس، ليس جيد. a bit salty مالح قليلا. ثالث dish a bit too spicy يعني فيه هلبة بهارات. too hot يعني حار هلبة. the rice is good يعني بالنسبة للرز كان كويس. ثالث رابع واحدة delicious يعني لذيذ وفريش يعني طازج. و a bit too sweet ولكنه حلو المذاق كثيرا يعني أكثر من اللازم. Okay, so now let's move on to the next slide. Okay, speaking strategy, asking for and expressing opinions. يعني انت كيف تسأل شخص كيف كانت الوجبة متاعه، هل عجبته او لا، وبعدين يعني كيف انت يعني تعبر عن رأيك. You can use the expressions in bold to ask someone about their opinion. What's the soup like? What's the soup like? يعني كيف كان الحساء. Or how was your salad? How was your salad? كيف كانت السلطة يعني. Is the steak nice? Is the steak nice? يعني هل كان اللحم كويس؟ فهنا الكلمات اللي بالخط الرقيق هو الخط العادي تقدر تبدلها بأي حاجة أنت تبي تسأل عليها. What's the pineapple? What's the apple pie? Sorry, what's the apple pie like? How is your spaghetti? Is the rice nice? Is the tomato salad good? فهنا نقدر نسأل على أي حاجة باستعمال expressions هذه. خلونا نشوفوا نأخذ مثال أو أمثلة. فهنا مجموعة من dishes. نقدر نسأل مثلا What's the burger like? يعني تخيل إنك أنت your friend went to a restaurant, a new restaurant, and he had a burger. So you would ask him, What's the burger like? What's the burger like? Or how's your burger? يعني كيف كان البرجر متاعك. Is the chicken good? Is the chicken nice? How's your spaghetti? Or what's the salad like? فنقدر نستعمل التعابير هذه، نحط أي كلمة هنا بدل is the steak nice نقول is the chicken nice, is the spaghetti nice, is the burger nice، ولا how's your spaghetti. or يعني نقدر مجموعة من الخيارات عندي. Okay, moving on now to the next slide. Imagine you are eating these dishes يعني الصحون اللي خذيناها أو البرجر والكذا والستيك والرايس والchicken والسباجيتي. listen to the questions from your friend, then use the ideas below to reply. Use the adjectives in focus on. يعني اللي خذيناها tender, sweet, spicy, mild. فالصفات اللي خذيناها لوصف الطعام انت تقدر تستعملهن باش توصف الطعام تاعك.
20. A.
What's your soup like?
B.
How's your chicken?
C.
What's the chocolate cake like?
D,
Is your pizza nice?
E,
How's the ice cream?
recording.
Okay, so after listening to these questions, try to think of answers to these questions, okay, using the adjectives we talked about. Now let's move on to the last slide in this lecture. Listen to these sentences. Who do you think is speaking? يعني الجمل من A ل I are either said by a customer يعني زبون or a waiter يعني النادل في مطعم. We will listen and tick these choices.
Recording 15. A,
Would you like to see the dessert menu?
B,
Can I have the bill, please?
C,
How would you like your steak?
D,
Are you ready to order?
E,
Excuse me, can I have 2 coffees and a tea, please?
F,
Is everything all right with your meal?
G,
Could I have some more rice, please?
H,
I'll have the soup to start with, please.
I.
Can you tell me what the house special is, please?
Okay, so let's move on to the next slide or the assignment for you. Next lecture, I want you to make in groups. I want you to design a restaurant menu. Okay, put some items on the menu, some dishes as a starter, which is appetizer in American, as some dishes as the main course, and some dishes as a dessert. Think about what type of restaurant it is. I mean, is it like Italian, Turkish, Syrian, Libyan, the type of restaurant, and what the we already mentioned that the dishes. Remember to talk in English. So I want you to order like some dishes and talk about what the ingredients are, what you think of the dish, and whether you like it or not. This brings us to the end of this lecture. خلونا نشوف آخر حاجة checklist. By the end of this lectures, now I can make suggestions. خلينا كيف دير اقتراح. Let's do. How about? What about? We can. Let's. فهذا خلينا phrases to make suggestions. I can understand description of food and meals. خلينا tasty, salty, sweet, fresh, tender, mild, rich. فهذين كلهم صفات نقدر نوصفوا بهن الأكل. Salty as well. And I can talk about what I ate in a restaurant. نقدر نتكلم عن نوصف الطعام معناها لو مشيت أنا لمطعم شنو كيف كان الطعام مما يتكون شن كان هل كان main course ولا a dessert or an appetizer. فهذا الأكل خذيناها اليوم. This is the end of this lesson. هذه نهاية المحاضرة الرابعة من مادة المحادثة 2. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. تحيات أستاذ المادة أحمد سويدان.